What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you guys, well, with another video today. Yeah, the title's true. Let's talk about females and Yu-Gi-Oh! Because lately, it's been kind of crazy. This is gonna be one of those videos where I just bash all the females in this game. This isn't gonna be one of those videos where I push them up above everybody else. This is gonna be a video about the basic setup of what's going on within this game. And I think what we've been seeing lately is a lot more females enter nerd culture. It's been happening for a long while, but it's finally made its way into Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yu-Gi-Oh! Particularly has a lot of weird things going for it when it comes down to the girls in this game. And it's kind of broken down to multiple facets. So the first facet is the chick that goes to locals, YCS, regionals, and basically just sits there on her phone the entire event. And then, all the Yu-Gi-Oh players will look at her, and then she would feel weird, and then she would go home. It's a weird time, but it is what it is. And then you would get a female that actually plays this game. Now, let's be honest, the majority of females who play this game aren't the top tier players. Unfortunately, it just is what it is. Like, this isn't something I just made up, or a female player is going, really? I feel like the top 10, 8 of them are females. No shot, dude. Not even close. I mean, they used to be good players. They're kind of still maybe some, but realistically, they're just not. And then there's just the females in this game that basically bitch and complain and go on Twitter. And that's basically what it comes down to. They complain about wanting to be treated equal, but then want more shit. They want things in this game like a fat bitch wants shit at a buffet. Only the shit they want. And I feel like that's something that just really annoys everybody. Everyone sees it and kind of just like pushes it to the side. But when Yu-Gi-Oh! First started, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was a game mainly dominated by males. I mean, it is what it is, but it's the truth. Not a lot of females wanted to play Yu-Gi-Oh! For a very long time in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game. And when females enter something that's more dominated by males, you're gonna get a couple of things that people might be confused about if they haven't experienced them, or just pretend not to experience them. And what I mean is, if you put a chick in front of a bunch of dudes, the dude's gonna try to fuck. Like, dudes will try to fuck anything. Now, this kind of stuff you won't see from other YouTubers because they're either too scared to say it or this is a topic they just want to stay away from. That's fine. But it's the truth. Dude, dudes will fuck dudes in jail. That's how much dudes want to fuck. And then when you bring a female into a Yu-Gi-Oh! Event, shocker, dudes are trying to do what they gotta do to try to fuck that bitch. Like, it is what it is. Once again, this doesn't include, obviously, if a chick's with her man and once everyone realizes that's her man. Most dudes have common sense to go, that's your girl, it's fine, it's whatever. But the minute you come over here and the minute you start talking, dudes are gonna do what they want to do, okay? So, I do think the history of the game Yu-Gi-Oh! Has been basically that kind of tug of war. Where girls go, I went to a Yu-Gi-Oh! Event to play Yu-Gi-Oh! But the guys just want to fuck. Shocker. And they always pretend to be shocked about it. But the guys are like, yeah, I'm just, I want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! But if you're going to give me some pussy, I'm going to go for that too. Like, this isn't, what do you mean? Like, what? But with that said, obviously it's annoying. And it's another reason why I personally, I'm a father, I have a daughter. I would never have her play Yu-Gi-Oh! Ever. I'd rather have her play Pokemon, which is more better for younger players, which is more better for a bunch of players. A game which has a diverse crowd of males and females, whereas Yu-Gi-Oh! It's not that way. Now, some of you might go, well, V, what do we do here? There's not really easy answers because Konami has never implemented anything to make it easier for that kind of, for males and females in the game. And the second you start, putting females over males, you're going to create a massive issue because the majority of player base is males. So what are you going to do, Konami? You kind of fucked yourself here. If you do things only for the males, well, the few females you do have are gone, and the ones that might consider playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Will never come back and play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because why? Once again, this is the issue that Konami's kind of like, they kind of threw themselves up against the wall, and there's nothing they can really do about this. I know there's some females in this game that just do take a lot of crap from dudes, and they don't really like it, and it is kind of fucked up. But at the same time, are you really shocked? Think about it. I'll give you a great story. I had a good friend in high school. His name was Marquise, and Marquise liked to go to the salon to get manicure and pedicure. He just liked doing it. He's a manly man. He's a good guy, but that's what he liked doing. And I always make fun of him because I'm his friend. And that's what you do when your friends do something silly. You make fun of them. But he would say when he would open the door, he'd walk in, and everybody all the chicks would just be quiet. It'd be silence, silencio. and Marquis would go against Manny and Petty, as he would call it. And yeah, that's basically the long and short of it. It felt weird, he said. Something in the air was not right. And I don't know why that story always stuck with me, but it did. It's just a silly story, but it always stuck with me. And it's because if you put a lot of guys and you put a girl in a room like that, things are going to happen. You put a dude in a room with a bunch of chicks, things are going to happen. Guys and girls are different. Shocker for some, maybe, but not to everybody with a right set of mind. So I do think that in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh, we kind of have that dynamic where this game is majority males, and you do anything for females, the dude's gonna be like, yo, what the hell, dude? Imagine Konami had an event. So in Japan, they have something called a Princess Cup because the harassment is that bad. Because Konami, once again, is so good at handling this. It's an event only for females. That's pretty stupid. I mean, once again, I know it's bad and you gotta segregate, but segregation always isn't the answer. I think just, adding everything in and letting things happen and move on forward. Konami is kind of doing it that way. They're going whatever, let it happen. But what you're doing is, what we're seeing is, I should really say, in the Yu-Gi-Oh community is a lot of females are kind of clumping together, which only makes them a bigger target. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, if you clump together, oh, girls, we'll all hang on this table. All right, that's where they all are, dudes. Like, you only make yourself a bigger target. And I always find it weird when I see girls do this, like, girl power thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it's like, yeah, I want to do that if I was you. Like, just do your thing. Play the game. And if you are a good, respectable player, people will respect you for being a good player. And I think that's something that, well, Konami's definitely forgotten about, but the player base realizes. I'll give you a great example. There was a young lady, her name a long time ago was Amanda LaPalm. Amanda LaPalm was gorgeous. And she was a very good player. People definitely probably more than likely harassed her for being a female, but one thing you couldn't deny is she was a very good player. And I think that's something that people just tend to forget about. If you are skillful, it doesn't matter what you are, who you are, whatever you do in your free time. None of that matters. The only thing that's important is that you are a skillful player. A respect that you earn from the community, from the game, from the player base. Getting an invite for a female is more impactful than a regular dude getting his 8th invite. It really is. And you definitely get a huge amount of notoriety for doing so. So I do see that there is positive to this, and I do see that there is potential, but to be honest with you, we haven't seen anything like this in a very long while. I saw a female a long time ago to play this game. She was with her man at an event. I told her the same exact thing. I said, you getting an invite is 10 times more impactful, even with the meta deck, than me getting my invite with the rogue deck. It's big for me, but for you, it's obviously more. But with that comes the pros and cons. And I think a lot of females in this game, like I said, when they come together, they definitely, it doesn't help their cause of what they want to do is obviously be respected as a good player. And I think what we see here is a lot of them get together, a lot of them go on Twitter, and people just laugh at them. Like, I'll be honest, like, every female playing this game, maybe even watching this video, just know everyone laughs at you when you go on Twitter and bitch about something. Like the Yu-Gi-Oh community, or make a little YouTube video going, guys in the Yu-Gi-Oh community. Like, maybe the weak dudes in the community will, like, laugh and go, hey, guys suck, I'm a guy. Like, maybe that's cool for them, but the majority of the player base is getting older, and as you're getting older, you get more, well, you have more self-esteem for yourself. Don't mind this, by the way, I just saw this. I went to the gym, I brushed my teeth, stains happen. Anyway, but people have more self-respect as they get older, and I feel like the younger community in this game is growing older, and as they do, I think it will change for the females in this game. I think females in this game coming to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Won't be bothered as much because the majority of the play base ideally would be dudes with chicks. I know, shocker. And, like, when you have a girl, some girl comes to you and goes, come and get it, you're like, I got it already, bro. You ain't got what I need. I'm only here for that to play cards and have a good time. I know you are too, ideally, and that's all I want it to be. And I feel like a lot of players in this game kind of are still a little bit younger and will still do the thing, they'll try to fuck. But the minute we see a play base get older, which is going to happen because Konami has no new way to get younger players in this game. I mean, there is ways, but Konami just sucks at doing it. What we're going to see here is more players in this game grow older, have a wife, girlfriend, kids, have their life. And when some female Yu-Gi-Oh play comes up and goes, hey, blah, 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 you just go, I don't care, dude. And females are going to feel a different effect in this game. I think it will happen in the near future because the player base, once again, is getting older. And when dudes got their girl, they ain't going to try to get some side pussy at a Yu-Gi-Oh event. fuck out of here. They just want to go to Yu-Gi-Oh event to play Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, when I go to Yu-Gi-Oh event, the last thing I care about is trying to get some ass. Like, I'll be honest with you. But younger me, oh, dude, if I saw a chick there, why not? Screw it. There's two things I like. Why would I not want to mix them together? Like, of course I would. You know? Like if I go to a bar to drink, but is a chick that wants to go to bed that night with me, hey, guess what? Two things I like doing: drinking and fucking. Let's go. Same thing with Yu-Gi-Oh. If I go to Yu-Gi-Oh event or locals or wherever, and there's some pussy there, hey, at the end of the event, you know what's good at the end of a good locals? Some ass. Like, every guy thinks this. So this is why we have this kind of dynamic within the game. And I'm hoping I'm making sense to a lot of people, because I know a lot of people are like confused with what's going on as far as like what should be done. But the answer is there's not much to be done. There's not much that can be done. Women are complaining about this game, and the female community in this game, I'm not hating on them. There's some great females in this game. Some great females that are really cool people, but there's other great females who make them look like assholes. And it's the same thing with the male Yu-Gi-Oh players. There's a lot of great male Yu-Gi-Oh players, but there's ones that make us look like assholes. It is what it is. And ultimately, there's nothing that can be done about it. But if you clump everyone together, if you put everybody in just one straight line as a community, I think that's where we have problems. And we've seen in the past where female Yu-Gi-Oh players have said, oh, guy Yu-Gi-Oh players are this, guy Yu-Gi-Oh players are that. And this makes a guy Yu-Gi-Oh player base just not care about females as a whole, because you clump me in, now I clump you in. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but it is what it is. I've seen it my own self in a couple of YouTube videos I'm not going to mention. I saw a live stream where someone opted to have a live stream where I jokingly called it segregation cup, because it was like everybody except white people. They were like theorizing an event. It was everybody except white dudes. It was really weird. It was a long time ago, but this is the kind of shit we see, and you just got like, what the hell is this about, dude? But once again, it's not all female Yu-Gi-Oh players. There are great female Yu-Gi-Oh players in this game, and hopefully one day there'll be one at a top tier level who is a top tier competitor, who is just out there and who is not known just for being a piece of ass, but known for being a good player. And I think the issue right now is there isn't. There just isn't. But V, this person and that person, bro, if you're on a level at the same as like Pac and Joshua Smith, then talk to me. Until then, I don't care, bro. Like, it's cool. Oh, she topped the regional. Oh, cool. That's great for her. Can she top a YCS? Can she win a YCS? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying girls can't do this. I'm just saying girls haven't done this, or haven't done it obviously consistently to the same level as players like Pac and Joshua Smith. So hopefully you do see a change, and hopefully we do see some cool things happening, because right now it's crickets and it's awkward. And I'm just throwing it out there because a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players obviously have their own stories. And if you have your own story, please comment down below. But there's times where female Yu-Gi-Oh players just come in this game and expect everything to be handed to them. And there's times female Yu-Gi-Oh players come in this game and, let's be honest, get shit on because some of the kids in the community are just trying to get some pussy at a Yu-Gi-Oh event. And can you blame nature? I mean, they're assholes, but can you really blame the nature in it? Not really. I'm not excusing it, but it is what it is. Like, dude's trying to fuck. What you gonna do? Once again, guys, let me know if you like these kind of videos. I like to make videos talking about some subjects within the Yu-Gi-Oh game. Like I said, I do like to provide solutions, but unfortunately for this video, I don't have one. And if you have one, comment down below. And if you have an experience with females in this game, and whether it was pro or con, it doesn't matter. It's all ideas are welcome here, because evidently all the YouTubers are bought and paid for except me. So go ahead and say whatever you want to say. Comment down below whether I agree or disagree. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear your thoughts, opinions, whether you're male or female, or your experience, either or. Comment down below. Let me know. It's your boy V, and you guys have a great day.